right, boys, let's get into it. This is the patch they released 9.2. A bunch of stability issues they fixed. A lot of gameplay, or rather, they updated. They tuned a lot of visual shit, a lot of gameplay stuff. Right here, they're talking about key highlights: adding more authentic historical content to the game, historical uniforms, character authenticity, and stability improvements, causing connectivity issues. Cool. A lot of this stuff is cool. I'm going to link the patch notes down below, too, if you guys are more interested in this. I'm really going to focus on gameplay. Some of the uniforms are cool. You know, people are interested in that. Field art, sure. Riddell TK helmet. If you're upset about that, just click off this video. I don't know what that issue was, but just click off this video. Likeness updates to these coaches, cool. Cam Newton, okay, well, he just got released. Gameplay updates, pass coverage. Before we get into gameplay updates, I wanted to let you know that we are aware of the feedback around pass coverage. Awesome. We're continuing to monitor and collect the community's feedback that they've shared with us. We look forward to sharing the action we've taken towards. We are taking towards pass coverage. Basically saying they have not patched it or really tuned it. At least publicly announcing that. Now, there's always like little underneath stuff they do that we don't know about because it's just like not meant to be. But I guess I don't really hate this, honestly. Now I don't hate this as much because they fixed a lot of the other issues. I didn't have as much of an issue with the zones as other people had. I enjoyed offensive-heavy game. Now zones are really bad, but we're going to keep on getting better players in MUT. So I don't hate it yet, and I like them taking their time with it, especially that they've fixed a lot of these other issues. So most specific tuning of momentum for online head-to-head matches, basically, that it's going to swing slower. This was one of the most ridiculous things ever where if somebody got ball first, they scored a touchdown, they'd be at like half momentum already, and if a lot of momentum ones were like squiggly lines or your screen shakes profusely. So hopefully that got fixed. I also saw games where like I'd be down 50-0, right? Like doing my comeback challenges on my main channel, and I would score 2 touchdowns and I would have full momentum down 36 points still. I'm like, probably not. Addressed a bug causing exploit management to activate inaccurate or inappropriately when the defense only had 3 pass rushers, blitzes, versus running plays. Dev note, on competitive game style, it's still possible for this logic to kick in if you're dropping 9 or more defenders into coverage versus a running play with a heavy set. So basically, long story short, a heavy run set, I believe, would be a 2 tight end / 2 running back set, one or the other, or obviously a combination. What it seems like here is that you can rush 3 people now, so you can blitz 2 and your user against shotgun and stuff, and when they run the ball, you will not get pancaked, which I'm fine with this. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Fixed the issue causing the defensive end to be unblocked too frequently against double A gap. This is a big deal. I'm surprised. I thought this type of thing would become meta if it didn't get fixed. So the double A gap, a lot of times the defensive ends would come free against 5-man pass protection, and they patched that, so that's cool. Addressed an issue where users running the RPO zone peak plays were able to easily scramble outside the pocket. I actually upload a video doing this on my main channel as well. So did Throne, by the way. So you've probably seen this before. This is good. I actually tested this out. That was the first thing I tried just like 5 minutes ago. It seems a lot better. I was doing it with Lamar, and Lamar was still able to outrun people, but it seemed like less of a logic issue and more of just a Lamar Jackson's faster than the entire defense issue, which is more acceptable. So it seems like that's on the right pace. Fixed an issue causing running backs to be kept out of the game too long after being fatigued. Big deal. This happens a lot in kick return. I'm hoping this also applies to other positions. I've seen it happen with wide receivers, I believe, and quarterbacks. Not necessarily quarterbacks getting kept out of the game, but like they're yellow the entire time, which is frustrating. So big deal. Playbook updates. Added new formations. Sigma Bunch X Nasty to Rams playbook. I actually took a look at this. Seemed cool. It had some good routes. Seemed like it had 2 good runs actually too. I don't know the practicality of it though. It seems cool, at the very least. So I'm in. There's pistol double stack. To have not taken a look at this, double stack probably sucks, honestly, but I'll take a gander at just like I like new formations. I always think that's really cool. Updated AI play calling. Fixed the issue with tight end colliding with offensive linemen. I never experienced that, but that's good, I suppose. Fixed the issue so that the read and pass keys for RPO read option plays are identified more correctly. That's always good, too. Franchise updates. Seems like this was just a lot of stability issues from my understanding. Fixed issue where coordinators could be poached in Super Bowl week. That's kind of funny. Next-gen stats got fixed. Cool. Yeah, it just seems like a bunch of like stability and visual updates too. Big one right here that we're going to skip all the way down to is that they added new plays to the yard. Blizzard V and Tsunami Wave. That's kind of cool. Presentation, user interface. Madden user experience, basically. Fix the issue with coach cam player, sometimes causing coverage art to swap on the outside of the field after flipping the defensive play. Huge deal. If you ever flipped on defense, a lot of times your play art would be flipped. even though like they wouldn't actually be flipped, they'd play correctly, the art would be flipped, which is very annoying. Fix the issue preventing QB. Basically, we can see our QB contain player now all the time. That's what they're saying. Thank God for that. Fix an issue in play calling, causing offensive plays to sometimes appear in defensive users' play calling. And local head-to-head. Okay, I never experienced that, but I can see how that'd be annoying. Fix a rare issue causing the shook home field advantage play art to remain visible after the snap. Oh, that wasn't rare, by the way. That would happen if that was a pretty consistent issue. Basically, that was when the play art would be scrambled everywhere, and you'd call a play and look at your play art and like snap the ball, and it'd still be scrambled everywhere. Pretty frustrating. Fix the issue on PlayStation 5. Haptics tournament. Okay, sure. A rare issue on challenge play calls. Okay. Fix an issue. Huge. Preventing button icons from appearing when using quick adjustments on defense. That's a big deal. I lost my mind all the time because of this. That's a really big deal. I'm really happy about that. Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal. Madden ID updates. SSKL updates. Sure. Ultimate Team. Yeah, so a lot of issues with overlapping squish text. That's good. That is a big deal. There's a lot of issues like that. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, so it seems, yeah, and then they, of course, just redid the same thing, it appears. They just redid it. Okay, awesome. So, yeah, honestly, I'm pretty happy about this. It seems pretty good. Besides really the zones not being touched, I don't think you could really complain about anything here. And honestly, I think the zones reacting how they are, like, it's bad. Like, don't get me wrong, they're really bad. But you could start to get used to it. I know I'm getting stops even on All Pro right now in head-to-head and in regs head-to-head. I am getting stops, so it is possible to get stops. And as we keep on getting better defenses, like better blitzes and better zone players and acrobats and stuff like that, it's just going to become easier and easier, I think. So I'd like for them not to overreact. And I actually think they're going the right way about this, where if the feedback doesn't start to die off a little bit this month, I would assume that they would patch this in October. Is kind of my expectation of this, because I know a lot of times that they try to be, especially with something so drastic as like zones becoming like so bad in comparison to before, that sometimes they take a second to really like react to it because they don't want to be too reactionary, make a mistake, and then we have like a Madden 1891 zone situation happening. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. Subscribe to the channel. Check out my main channel. Find my ebooks over on civil.gg. Link in the top description. Use code CIVIL for 25% off.